Hey, 5 days left. What's up, as a culture detective here, investigating your favorite albums. And today I'm going to be doing a second review, and that would be an album review on the new Black Country New Road album, Live at Bush Hall. So, British post-punk, post-rock outfit is back with a new album, Live at Bush Hall. And yeah, Black Country New Road is one of the most exciting outfits to come out of the UK in the recent times. They're part of a collective which I would like to call the Windmill collective, because they all blew up from the same spot, and that is a place called the Windmill, alongside of bands like Black Midi and Squid. And in the last couple of years, they have released some of the top-notch music. We have the album For the First Time, with its anxiety-inducing creative storytelling in post-rock, post-punk format, and then Ants From Up There, which is just as emotionally devastating as possible. We have Isaac Wood's incredibly fragile and pained and tortured vocal performances, which are some of the most intense performances I've heard in a very long time. But something happened by the end of last year. Isaac Wood has departed. He has left the band for, I believe, mental health reasons. But just because Isaac Wood has left doesn't mean the band is going to stop making music and dissolve. They're still going to keep going. And so they have released a live album called Live at Bush Hall as a bit of a water tester, I guess. It's like, hey, this is our new sound now. And just, we're not gonna record it and make it a whole studio album, but just, this is a new set of songs, just check them out. And yeah, usually I don't review live albums. I review studio albums, I review EPs, but I don't review live albums because they're not properly recorded or anything. Usually it doesn't interest me, but this live album pretty much acts as a studio album. I highly doubt they'll actually release a studio album version of any of these tracks. Maybe. So I guess I'm just gonna review this as if it is a studio album. And now, obviously, with Isaac Wood's departure, this band is just not as good. The tension and the vocals, the fragility, the intense, hyper-focused storytelling is just gone. But just because it's gone doesn't mean the instrumentations are bad. They're still fantastic. Still, we have an amazing arrangements of all sorts of instrumentations. They're very layered. It's very grand and cinematic. And Black Country New Road still manages to make fantastic music despite Isaac Wood's departure. We have the album opener Up Song, which is a continuation of the sound from Ants From Up There, but this time optimistic, blissful. This song is pure bliss. We have saxophones and horns and drums, fluttery pianos, all exploding at once, and the final remarks of the song is, "Look at what we did together, BC and friends forever." And it's just repeated again and again. Usually it's cheesy. Usually it's like, okay, we get it, you're friends, haha. But this time it is a triumphant anthem. It is a shout to the world to show that you're friends forever and you're solid together, and it's so full of happiness and positive energy. It's just a blast. I love this song. Then we have The Boy, which is more of a storytelling song. We have some lively flute arrangements. The vocal work is given to May Kershaw, whose vocals are actually really good, just as expressive as that of Isaac Wood, despite not being as fragile and as broken. The song, in my opinion, doesn't progress all that well instrumentally, but still, I think melodically it's very interesting. I Won't Always Love You is a really theatrical and dramatic track with its dramatic pianos and drums. I love the second half of the track. It gets kind of jazzy and downtrodden and busy. And then afterwards we have Across the Pond Friend, where Tyler Hyde takes the torch and does the vocal work. He's almost like the Cameron Picton of BCNR. He doesn't sing a lot, but when he does, he gives this very deep-pitched, deadpan performance that shows sort of insecurity and vulnerability that really adds another side to this band's music. And the instrumentals are so bright and so righteous and so C major, and it actually sounds really good. Then we have Laughing Song, and this track signifies the entrance into the second half of the album, which is just as emotionally devastating as Ants from Up There, at least sonically. A Laughing Song is a track about losing someone and grief and moving on, and it's very powerful and emotional. It's also interesting given how this song reiterates a bunch of song titles near the end of the track. And then we have The Wrong Trousers, which is, I think, the sleepiest song on the album. We have slow marching drums and tedious vocals, not that great. Turbine Pigs is a nearly 10-minute long cinematic piece of music with beautiful climaxes, with heavenly pianos and swelling strings. I do think the progression of the track needs a little bit more work though, because the whole first half of these 10 minutes really don't go anywhere all that interesting, but the second half is fantastic, I'll give it that. And Dancers, great track. I love the melancholic pianos, the vocal melodies during the chorus is gorgeous, and it's just such a dramatic song. And then finally, the album ends off with Up Song, Reprise, which is a more emotional, beautiful cinematic version of the first track. So yeah, overall, this is a really good album. It's not perfect, and it could use some work, but I think overall, the band is looking good. The band is looking promising. I genuinely believe that they can continuously put out really good music. And also, I know this album's released in March, and I'm only reviewing it in December. Like, what the hell? But, yeah, it is only until recently I realized, yeah, I should just treat this as a studio album and review it. So yeah, feeling strong 7 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new BCNR album? Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more. Thanks for watching.